am the Lord. Nelson, that is. Quite shocking.
This is Danielle Weber, and you're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord. Nelson, that is.
Yes! Perfect.
I nailed it. Even Alessandra's like, yeah, you did.
Sitting wondering why the world spins this way. Got me thinking more and more every day. All caught up in the mix. Maybe it's something we could fix. So I got something to say. Tell me why we feel alone. Tell me who caught life in stone. You gotta know this is all a way to bear. We can lift it if we can. It doesn't have to be all up in the air. In the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people across the world, welcome back to another powerful episode of Live and Loud with the Lord. Nelson, that is, the big guy with the big show. And today we're stepping into a creative universe shaped by a man whose vision goes far beyond beats and melody. This brother isn't just producing tracks, he's engineering entire musical realities. This young man has brought together an incredible lineup of artists, voices, and energies to build a collaborative album unlike anything you've heard. Every song is crafted with precision. Every feature has purpose. Every moment feels like a musical masterpiece unfolding in real time. I love it. I love it. This project proves that when an architect, and that's what I call him, an architect, is in the room, music isn't just made, it's designed. So strap in, turn your speakers up, and get ready to take a journey through the mind of a true creative whose vision, artistry, and collaborative genius has brought forth a magnificent ensemble of voices that complements incredible and unforgettable musicianship and orchestration. Let me say also, yes, indeed. This is Live and Loud with the Lord, and my special guest is the architect, as I call him, Ed Daniels. What's going on, young man?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well.
It's interesting you call me an architect because previous to retiring, I was the head of enterprise architecture for numerous IT organizations.
Awesome. And listen, man, it's just the vibe I got, man. It's just, it just speaks on your greatness, man. As I was doing my little research, I was like, man, I gotta find out more about this young man.
You nailed it.
Yes, indeed. So my first question always is, where are you from?
I am from Stratford, Connecticut.
Stratford. Yeah. Love it. So what's the best thing about being from Stratford?
Living on the water. And the view of Long Island Sound.
Oh, wow. So Connecticut isn't but so far from New York. Yeah.
No.
That's got to be beautiful.
Yeah.
It's got to be beautiful, man. Indeed. So like I ask everybody else from Connecticut, man, so is the pizza that good, man?
Yeah, Connecticut's going to get mad at me, but I prefer New York pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, they say that Connecticut has the best pizza, so you're first.
I know. That's what they keep telling everybody. You can't get a bad piece of pizza in New York. There's a couple places in Connecticut that compete, but you can't get a bad piece of pizza no matter where you go in New York.
I got you. No, I love it, man. I just actually had there's a New York place here. I live in South Carolina, and in Columbia. I'm in Columbia right now, and so this guy, I just saw this new pizza place, a New York pizza place. So I went in there, and he was like, he's from Brooklyn. He said, "This is going to be the closest that you get to New York," and it actually was really good. So I do love New York pizza also, man. But
well, I have a nephew that has my brother-in-law ship him out pizzas from here. He lives in Colorado.
Wow. Now, see, listen. I didn't know you could do that. I might have to do it.
Yeah, if you freeze them, yeah, you gotta freeze
indeed,
them.
so I can check it out. Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've nicknamed you the architect. That's just my thing because you are the brains and foundation of this collective. But I want to time machine to your younger days before we get into the present time. So, Who were you as a child?
Who was I as a child? Well, if you ask my family, I was the youngest of 17 kids, not all siblings. I come from a big Italian family, so we were all brought up as brothers and sisters.
Got you.
And I was the youngest of the 17. So if you ask them, they would say I was the most spoiled. But I was always curious to try to do things that seemed to be a little bit off the beaten path. Mm-hmm. So, and I started my musical career, my music. Probably I started playing guitar when I was about 9.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And have continually progressed with that. And then when I got into my later teens, I decided that, I think it would be interesting to try to write music. So I had my guitar teacher at the time to switch over from teaching me how to play guitar to teaching me how to write music. Awesome. And how to put different chord progressions together with melody lines. And then it just went from there.
And so when you're saying your teacher, now, did you go to school for music or you just had a project?
No, I'm an electrical engineer with a master's in computer science.
Right. IT world.
and a thesis. I wrote my thesis on artificial intelligence in video games.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I do some IT work also, man, so I understand it.
Yeah. Yes, so when I was taking private lessons.
Got you. Well, whoever you took those lessons from, they taught you well, young man. They taught you well.
They were all great. Yeah, they were all great.
Yes, indeed. So listen, it's always amazing to me when I have great guests as yourself, and I already know it's going to be a great thing because you just answered like the next 2 questions, and I love the flow. I love the flow. It's easy breezy. You're a professional, so we're good to go, man. Indeed. So, were anybody else in that big family of yours? Was anybody else playing music? Was anybody else into music like you?
Surprisingly, no. My grandfather played mandolin,
mandolin,
and piano.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, no. Nobody else was musically inclined in my family.
Wow! Out of all those people, just you, the baby. The baby's handling his business, man. I love it. But listen, it's 5 of us, and I have a younger sister, but I always will tell her that I was the baby of the family. I was just like me. I'm 5 years older than her, but I always just tell my mom, like, man, move her out the way, man. It's me. It's about me. So let's dive into collaborations, man.
Okay.
So what was the original spark or moment that inspired you to start building collaborations, and where did this whole vision begin for you?
Where it began was, I would say, through my professional career. Mm-hmm. I learned early on that it's better to get a lot of people in a room that are smarter than you are and better than you are at certain things.
Yes.
And then coordinate them to work together to come up with a greater idea than you could have ever had on your own. So you have to set the framework. Right. And that's what essentially collaborations is a framework.
Right.
So what I do is I set the framework where I'll come up with an idea for a song, and I will do the rhythm guitar tracks, and then I'll write a melody line on the piano to the song. And then I come up with, like, I think this song should be about this.
Right.
And this comes from a lot of different inspirations. But for the most part, it's all about what song can I write to inspire people to be better and to do better things.
Love it.
And just believe in themselves.
Yes, indeed.
So what I do is I then take that framework and then I go to my collaborations team.
Right.
And through that team, I mean, I have Vic Steffens, who's my producer.
Right. Yes.
And Vic is the he just won again the other night.
Right.
He's the producer of the year, the New England Music Awards.
Yes, indeed.
He's producer of the year again.
Wow.
So he's phenomenal. And I have Matt Ostreicher, who basically works at the Apollo Theater. He does a lot of things in New York. I mean, I think this week he's actually doing coordinating the Macy's Day Parade music.
Awesome.
He's my arranger. So I'll go to Matt and say, okay, here's the song. Need this thing to be arranged. I think we need strings, horns, whatever we think we need in it. And he goes and writes all those parts for me.
Awesome, man.
Based on the song. And then I'll go to one of my lyricists and say, I think the song should be about this. And what we do is Vic will say, hey, look, this melody line would probably fit best with this person.
Yes.
So I will go to that person and say, and right now, a lot of our songs are being written by Aeneas Preller, who's a graduate student at Berklee School of Music.
Okay.
And I'll tell her, I say, I think this should be the theme of the song. Sometimes I'll come up with the hook. And then she writes the lyrics around the song and puts her little phrases in that she thinks will fit best.
Yes. And
I allow a lot of flexibility in terms of changing the melody line. The only thing I don't ever want to change is the theme, because that's what inspired the song.
Got you.
And then we go into the studio and we record it, and everything is live. Every musician is live.
Yeah,
our strings are done down in Nashville, and we have Kevin Monroe and Devotion, they're a gospel choir. They sing all of the background vocals.
Got you. Yeah, as you see, I got all that, man. I did my due diligence, man, to put it all behind me. I went out there and I looked and videos and the whole nine. So, I was like, yes, indeed. So everything you're saying, I'm there with you. And it's awesome. So this album brings together so many incredible voices, of course, and talents. So how did you choose the artists for this project, and what made someone a perfect fit?
That's where I use Vic Steffens, my producer. He knows everybody everywhere.
Right.
and I would go to Vic and say, okay, Vic, who you think? Because it's not always just the best artist. It's the best artist that Vic thinks will fit into the project.
Right.
Because we have a really, really great team that everybody gets along. Everybody enjoys what they're doing. And you can tell through the music. You can tell at the end.
Yes.
It wasn't just like somebody came in and mailed it in. They don't do that. They come and they get it and they play it until it's right. And each one of them is expected to use their talents to raise the song higher than I ever could have done on my own.
Love that. Yeah. And you can tell, it's just as I was watching the videos and, out on IG, watching you guys together do your thing and playing, the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, man, this is just old school cool. It really is.
That's what Vic says. He says, this is how we used to do it.
Right. Indeed. I got to get Vic. Listen, I'm going to get Vic on here also. I'd love to have him on here so I can talk.
He could tell you. Oh boy, he could tell you stories.
Yes, indeed. So speaking about Vic, how important was it to have Vic and Matt riding shotgun with you? I
couldn't have done it without them.
Right.
Though they are, if they are. I'm more of the coordinator and the creative side of it.
Yes.
They actually make it happen. They bring it to such another level that I could never have done on my own.
Got you. Well, you're the architect, young man. So you are. Indeed. So walk us into the studio with you for a moment, if you don't mind. What does your process look like when you're building a track with multiple artists?
Well, first we run the song down. So what I'll do is I'll go to the studio with my concept and go to Vic and say, what do you think? And Vic's pretty honest. Vic will say, yeah, that would work. Or there's been times when I remember early on, there were times when I would go in and play a track for Vic and say, this, I really like this song. What do you think? And Vic would turn around and say, "That sounds like all the other stuff you've done. Go home and try it again."
Right.
So, so that's the process. The process is we go in first, get Vic to listen to the song, and then he starts to formulate. Okay, this is how I see the people fitting into this song. And then the next step is now we pick someone to write the lyrics. And then I work with them directly between the melody track and the guitar track. And we figure out what the right key should be for them.
Right.
And typically what we've done lately is that we'll come in and just with the rhythm guitar track, we'll have the vocalist sing the song. And then we just make sure the key's right, because Vic can change the key for the guitar track easier than he can change the entire band.
Gotcha.
So we do that. And then after that, Matt takes that and then does all the orchestrations around it. Then we bring the entire band in, play all of the rhythm tracks and drums, everything else with that.
Right.
And then the next step is the vocalist comes back in and lays down another level of vocal. And then we bring in the choir, and the choir sings all the way around that vocal. And then if we have horns or strings, we put them in last because we don't want them to step on the vocal.
I got you. Well, so when you say that, right? And so we got analog, we got digital. You guys are, so how are you recording with is it digital? Do you do that, or is it just
Pro Tools?
Analog?
Yeah.
You're using Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Okay. So how expensive is it though, if you don't mind me asking, to do all of that so old school and bring all those people in there? That's
if you include the music video, it's probably around $6,000 or $7,000 a song.
Okay, well that didn't seem that bad.
No, not at all. The marketing and the advertising is 2 times that.
Right, indeed. Indeed. No, I got you. No, it's a beautiful thing, man, that you guys could do it like that, because you really get to feel each other's energy.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And I'm in a band also, and with Matt Acevedo's Plastic Catastrophe with Lord Nelson. And Matt, he just sent me something today, to finish writing on it. He's in Texas. I'm in South Carolina. So, it's different, as you were saying before, of just sending a file.
Yeah.
Being totally encompassed
being in the room. There's nothing that beats, because they feed off each other.
Right.
And not only that, they'll be in the room and they'll actually change things. And they'll say, we think that this needs a pause over here.
Right.
Because it doesn't build enough. So, let's go back and redo that.
Awesome.
Which is, that's exactly what I want, though, because that's why we call it collaborations.
Indeed. Listen, fits it so well. It's perfect. So am I using the right word? Does Vic have total autonomy when it comes to when you come and ask him something? Or do you ever say like, nah, I think we got to do this right here? Or do you, or you just like, if he says it, that's where we are?
It's hard to argue with someone as smart as Vic.
Right.
But there's Vic, I've known Vic since 2004.
Right.
So we've got over 20 years together doing stuff.
Yes.
So Vic knows me enough to know that this is something I can tell him we got to change.
I got you.
Versus this is something that he feels strongly about. So let me figure out how to make it work, even though I don't think it will.
Got you. Just a great relationship. Yeah. I love that. Well, was there a specific moment during production when you realize, okay, this album is going to be something truly special?
Yeah, the Running Out of Tomorrows production. When we put the strings in, it just raised it to such a level. And when everything built at the end, it was just phenomenal.
Right.
And the song has such has such a good message to it about.
It does, definitely.
We better get along.
Right. Watching the video, that's it. Yeah, indeed. Love it. Well, out of all of the songs or sessions on the project, which one surprised you the most, and whether it be creatively, emotionally, or technically, which one surprised you the most?
What surprised me the most was there was a song that it's not on the album, but we released it as a single. And this is a song that Aeneas Preller wrote the lyrics for.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so on the song. I said, yeah, it's okay. It's one of those songs that it was good enough to record, but I didn't think it was going to be great.
Okay.
And when she came in and laid the vocal down for it and captured the theme I was looking for,
right.
it just it was my favorite song now.
Gotcha. You know what's so wild is like Matt and I also, and I've done it with a lot of other people with Rich and things. And so you as that creative, creating music, and you have a certain thing in your head. And I would always tell, say like you said you wanted me to write something, and you might say like, hey, I don't like this song. Like Matt just said, hey, he said, I don't like this song. I said, Matt, send it to me. Regardless, I said, send it to me because I might hear something within it. Yeah. And so when I put what I put on it, just like Aeneas, did I say her name right? Aeneas?
Yeah, Aeneas, yeah.
Aeneas, just like that, it's like we hear what we hear. And so we're able to grab that and put that vibe on it that you guys are feeling because you made it. I was like, Matt, don't throw anything away. You made the song. There was something about it that made you feel a certain way. So I was just like, I don't care what you do, always send it to me. So I love to hear that you were open to that. And it's like, pow, she knocked it out the park. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and the same with Suzanne Vick and Sylvia Jones. They have also done phenomenal work on the songs that they have come up with. I was interesting because there's a song that we had that's called Don't You See?
Right.
And I went to Sylvia and I said, this song should probably be about somebody that doesn't know where they're going, doesn't know how they're going to get there. And you have to tell them that, look, life's not a straight line.
Right.
It's like you're going to take a lot of turns to it and you got to believe in yourself.
Of course.
And then at the end of the day, you'll end up where you're supposed to end up. Yeah. But there's no guarantees and you got to take advantage of opportunities.
Indeed.
And she did a phenomenal job with that. And then there was another song called Doing Fine. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it just came to me one day. I wrote the rhythm track to it, and then I wrote the melody track. Mm-hmm. And I said, wow, there's a lot of people that are suffering from anxiety and depression.
Right.
So I called Suzanne Vick, Suzanne Kiss. Mm-hmm. Suzanne Kiss now.
Right. Uh-huh.
So I called Suzanne and I said, Suzanne, I need an upbeat song about anxiety and depression. Mm-hmm. And she wrote this song, and it's phenomenal.
Awesome.
Because the song is all about, you look around and you think everybody is doing fine except you, and then you realize everybody's in the same boat.
Right.
Yeah.
People are going through things. I do a podcast with my son, and we talked about those, like mental health and things like that. Yeah, man. It's happening with so many people around the world, and you don't have to feel like you're alone. So, beautifully said.
And that's what the song is about, which is great. And she really did a good job. Wow. The other thing, though, that is probably the most fun I have is with Kevin Monroe and the choir.
Right.
Just watching those guys put together how they're going to sing the background vocals, because I don't usually give them a lot of direction. I'll just say, I think we need some ooze over here.
Yes.
And I said, I think maybe we should harmonize on this word over here. Mm-hmm. And then they come up with things that I would have never come up with.
Right.
And they come in, they usually come into the studio about an hour or so before we're ready to record. Mm-hmm. And they just work out all the parts.
Got you.
And it's just phenomenal.
Indeed, man. There's nothing better than working with creatives who are great, that are open to, doing other things and a lot of times it's just an organic feel. Everything just comes together organically, man. So that's lovely. And like I apologize for cutting you off. Just like I tell everybody,
no.
I'm such a visual person. So I'm seeing that when you're saying that, them, an hour there beforehand, working out all the little kinks and stuff like that. No, that's awesome.
It's so much fun to watch them work.
Yes, indeed.
It's really great.
That's cool.
The other thing about the project, which we don't really emphasize a lot, is that any profits we make off of this, we donate to local charities.
Oh, awesome. Indeed.
So especially the homeless and the food banks.
Listen, I got you. We just did a little thing that I have out now on my other podcast where we're talking about the homeless. So yeah, man, indeed. You know, they have dignity and need respect also, man, because everything is not easy.
Yeah.
You know, so many of us, we can be out there before we know it, man. You know how life is. People living paycheck to paycheck, you know. It's like, hey, man, life is not easy at times, but you have to do your best to enjoy what you do.
That's for sure.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we did a benefit concert last year, and we ended up donating it to a local charity that essentially feeds the homeless and
awesome
and has a homeless shelter.
No, that's awesome. Most definitely, I applaud.
Which was great. Man, we were really happy to be able to do that.
Definitely. Kudos to you. Well, with so many talented artists in one place, how do you balance your signature style while still giving everyone room to shine? And I know you do. So how do you do that?
You got to be open to it. And you know, if they do something that I don't think I like, I'll tell them, and they're really good about it.
Cool.
I mean, you know, we got the bass player is Scott Spray. Scott's a Grammy winner,
right?
And Bobby Torello's the drummer for most of the songs, and he toured with the Edgar Winter Band, and I think he's been on some drum magazine cover.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got top notch people,
right?
That really are easy to work with, and you know that's hard to come by.
Yeah.
But I've always, even through my professional career, I've always built organizations around collaboration.
Yes.
And making sure that the people that come into the organization understand what the rules are and how you need to work with each other.
Got you.
Because I don't believe in any one person being the star. The body of work is the star.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, you foster those relationships, man. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. That's a skill. Not everybody can do that. You know, not everybody can do that. Once again, the architect, the director, you're handling business, man. I'm telling you, I love it. I
always say managing musicians is very similar to managing enterprise architects and software engineers. It's like herding cats. You don't.
He said herding cats.
But you don't want to take their creativity away,
right?
But at the same time, you want to get the project done.
Of course. I love it, man. So speaking of that, there's a real sense of unity and intention throughout this album. So what message were you trying to communicate through collaborations?
The message that I'm trying to communicate is don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on life.
Right.
Things will get better. They always do.
Yes.
And just hang in there long enough for it to happen for you. Yeah. And believe in yourself.
Right.
That's probably the biggest message that I have coming out of this.
No, that's awesome. Like my brother Greg, he's not my brother, but he is my brother. He always says that, you know, give tomorrow a chance. You know, give tomorrow a chance, man. And that just really, it sat with me so well. I was just like, yeah, that makes sense, man.
It's funny because we're trying to place our songs into film and TV. So I'm going through the whole sync process. And I've had a couple of supervisors tell me, they said, we can't place your songs. They're too positive.
You know how
I said, well, I think you got the wrong movies.
It's just so ridiculous. It really is that's where we are. It's crazy. Yeah. And my saying, the Lord Nelson saying, is that the world's not crazy. The world's been doing what it's been doing it forever. The world's not crazy. It's the people in it, man. And it just really bugs me out and baffles me at times, the things that they say. And you know, anyway, I can go deep into that. It's just
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm a positive person. So when you say that, it's just like, yeah, we need more positivity in the world. We need better human beings in this world. And I know
that's what we're gonna keep our music in that light.
Right, indeed.
And I told him, I said, well, if that means that I can't get it in film and TV, then so be it. I'm not going to change what I'm doing.
Right, indeed. Yeah, you listen, you stand on, as they say, you stand on business and who you are, man. And I love it. I love it. So when people sit down and listen to this project from top to bottom, what do you hope they feel? What do you want them to walk away with?
I want them to be happy.
Mm.
I want them to walk away and say, wow, that made my day.
Yeah.
I needed that. I need that pickup.
Yes. I think that's what music is. I think music is the greatest time machine in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes you, the emotions that it can just evoke. I love music. I really do. It's just a great thing. So hearing you guys and watching the videos and listening to the music, I can tell it's just a good vibe. It's just a good feeling.
It is.
And once again, the vocalist, the orchestration, the arrangement, all of that is top notch, top tier, next level nice, as I like to say. So yeah, man, you guys.
I'll be honest. I don't know how Vic mixes all of the parts. There's just so many of them.
Yeah, he's that guy, though. He's that guy.
He is fantastic.
Some people are just more talented than others, and you've got all the talent in the right places. So that's a great thing.
Vic can hear things that I don't know if anybody else can hear it. He'll know if a note is out of tune by a little bit.
Right.
And Vic he's a pretty good perfectionist. I mean, he'll basically tell you, hey, that was the wrong note you played. You got to go back and let's punch that one in.
Yes, indeed. There's nothing better than having somebody you respect like that. Respect their opinion. Because a lot of people just talk about music because they're like, well, I don't like this, I don't whatever. But you're not in this business. You're not doing whatever. And I respect it. But, to hear it from somebody who does it, that's a different story. It's a different story. It means more to me anyway. That's my opinion. Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So do you see collaborations as a one-time masterpiece? Or is this the beginning of a movement of collaborations?
Nah, it's an ongoing project. It's gonna go for hopefully a long time.
Awesome. Well, listen, I'm gonna have to. If you need somebody to write, man, I'm here, man.
Okay.
I'm not on that level, baby. But listen, I'm confident of myself, and I can write now. I might be able to sing it like that, whatever, but I can write.
I got your email address.
Indeed. So when people look back on this album years from now, what do you hope they say about Ed Daniel and the world you built with collaborations?
I hope they can look at it and basically say, we should all strive to get there. Whatever, the message, especially with the messages that we're trying to put out with the songs. Hopefully those messages, I think, are timeless.
Right.
So hopefully somebody can look back at it and say, yeah, that was an interesting time.
Yes.
And these guys encapsulated that time in music.
I love
it. And things always come around again, and people look at it again and say, yeah, that fits today too.
Yes, indeed. Timeless is a great way to describe that. I love that. Really, I do. I can see that. Yes, indeed. So now, what makes collaborations a must watch and listen?
Oh, geez, it just the amount, the talent that is on the music, the talent itself would be worth coming and watching. And it just, as I said, almost every track has anywhere between 10 and 15 people on it.
Wow.
And just the amount of talent in the same room at the same time, feeding off each other. That's the output of that is definitely a must see.
Yeah. Awesome. So let me ask you this little extra one. So you said the 60s, 70s, and some of the 80s, correct?
Yeah.
So what makes you want to stay in that time frame? What is it about that time frame that's so special?
All that music. I mean, I'm not saying that today's music doesn't at times, but all the music back then seemed to have a message.
Right.
and it seemed to be positive for the most part.
Yes.
And that has resonated with me. That's the kind of music I grew up with. That's the kind of music I loved.
Of course.
And as I said, I'm gonna do what I think what I think people need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't want to hear it, that's okay.
Yes.
I'm not gonna do a market study and then change everything that I'm doing because the market says to do it. I don't care what the market says. This is, I know this is important. I know this is something that we should do, and we're gonna do it.
I love it. I love it. No, I agree with you, man. I still listen to a lot of that music. Probably especially like the 70s. I know I was just, I was a youngster then, but man, there was music always in our house, always. And my parents listened to everything.
I love Motown. I loved America. I love Chicago with the horns. Yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes. The association with the harmonies.
Man, listen, I'm there with you, man. The melodies were so incredible. And it was, it was about love, man. Just like you said, the majority of the time, man, it was just about feeling good. So I can jump from a rock and roll song to a classical song to R&B. I do hip hop, of course, but I can listen to all of that and really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And my playlists are crazy like that. And I tell everybody all the time, I talk about it every show. My wife and my children are just like, man, Dad is a wild dude. He will listen to this, and all of a sudden, man, I'm playing Ronnie Millsap and Kenny Rogers and Alabama, and they're just looking at me like, man, what is going on with this dude? I'm a military kid. I just grew up listening to everything. Sure. And so I respect it and I enjoy it and I love it and it touches me and it moves me. So so I applaud you guys for what you're doing, and that's a great time frame for you, man. Just a great time frame and a great vibe.
Yeah, we love it.
Yes, indeed. So we're getting close, a couple more here, but
okay.
Who are you beyond the music?
Who, me? I am.
He said, who, me? I am.
I am a husband, a father, and a grandfather.
Yeah, me too. I got you.
So that probably the grandfather comes first.
Well, so listen, so you say that, right? I just actually went and my daughter, she's not a heart surgeon, but she's a cardiovascular perfusionist. And so she's on the heart team. And so she had a case that ran over. So she's like, Dad, could you grab, pick up my grandson? And so when I get with him, what do? Listen to music, and I put his name in everything. We have so much fun. And my wife's always like, he just thinks you're the coolest person in the world. And I'm saying, like, well, I know I am. You know what I'm saying?
My two granddaughters, that's all they know how to do is tell Alexa to play stuff. They say, come on, Pop, come on, let's dance.
That is, listen, it's just my children have 3 children, man, twins, a boy and a girl, and then my daughter who has my grandson. And let me tell you something. It's just, you look at how you raise them, and they always like, well, you guys didn't do that with us or whatever. Like, I was just like, well, we're older now. Things are a little different. We just want him to be happy. We don't have him but so much. So
I keep telling my daughter and my sons, I'm saying, there's different rules for grandparents.
Right.
You guys got to get with the program.
Indeed. She's like, Dad, why did you buy him that gigantic drink? I was like, because he wanted it.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, right, of course.
You just bought him a $10 cinnamon roll. What's the deal? I was like, he wanted it. It's just what it is. Dude, that's awesome, man. That just made me feel good. Just that right there. That made me feel good, man. So what can we expect for the remainder of 2025 for you guys?
Well, we just released our holiday song. We wrote a holiday song.
Right.
And it's called It's That Time of Year.
Yes.
And Sylvia Jones is wrote the lyrics and is the lead vocalist on it.
Yes.
And I think we're going to post the music video of it tomorrow.
Okay. Awesome.
So it came out really, really good. She did a great job on it.
Looking forward and listening forward to it. Yeah. Indeed, man. 100%. I love it.
And we got 2 other songs that we're in the middle of putting together. Mm-hmm. So it should be good.
Yes, indeed. All right. So my last question that I ask everybody, young man.
Okay.
What was the last song you listened to?
Something Stupid with Frank Sinatra and his daughter. I was at the gym and it came on my playlist.
Awesome. Once again, we as creatives, there's no telling what we're listening to. A lot of people think that we're like genre snobs and we just might listen to this or that. I'm like, no, we love music.
Yeah.
You know, if it's hot, it's hot. Simple as that, man. So, I love that. I love that. And I always ask that question because you guys might come up with something that I haven't heard or haven't listened to in a while. And I'm like, I got to go listen to it. So when you say that, I got to go listen to it.
That's great. That was a great song.
Indeed. Well, young man, the floor is yours. Please let my watchers and listeners know where and how they can support your music and movement.
Well, we have, it's our website, which is www.collaborationsmusic.com. Mm-hmm. And from there, you can find all our socials and everything else, because we're also I have a YouTube channel. We have a Facebook. We're on Instagram. So we're on all of the channels.
Of course.
And we're on Spotify.
Yes, indeed. Awesome.
And Apple and all of the streaming sites.
They're everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Mr. Daniels, the young Ed Daniels, is saying. No doubt about it, man. I love it. Well, once again, thank you very, very much.
Hey, this was a pleasure.
No, it was a play. Listen, I always want people to understand, man. I don't want them to think that this is something beyond. I'm excited. I'm excited to know more about. Listen, and that's why I started off. I was just like, I'm trying to find out more about who Ed is. It's like, I know it's about the music, believe me, but I was like, he's a special person. I want to know more about him, and I really do. I honestly do, man. So no, it was good to get to know you a little better, man. I really, really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. So, Ed Daniels, you are a true musical architect once again, and I thank you for blessing us with your vision, your creativity, and this incredible project, Collaborations. It's more than music. It's a testament to the power of unity and sound. You're always welcome here on Live and Loud with the Lord, of course. And to everyone out there, thank you for taking the time to spend some time. And until next time, do your best to lead with love and follow with faith. I am the Lord, Nelson, that is. And he is Mr. Everything. Ed Daniels, indeed. Love. You guys make sure you tap in with the album, support the movement, and stay tuned because the architect is just getting started. Ed Daniels, once again, man. One love, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yes,
Thank you. Have a good night.
Hey, man, you do the same, bro.
Renaissance. Collaborations invites listeners to experience music that is not only crafted with skill, but also imbued with meaning. It's a journey back to when songs told stories, evoked emotions, and inspired change. For those who believe in the power of music to unite and uplift, Collaborations is a project that resonates with purpose and passion.
Hello, everybody. It's Doro Pesch, and you're listening, and you see the Lord Nelson, and I love him. He's awesome. So keep on watching, keep on listening, and lots of love and metal, and have a great time.
Turn it up. You're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord Nelson, that is.